Hi everyone, I'm Akanksha Tandon. I'm a BTech Biotech graduate from Amity University in Noida, and I used to take tuitions for class 5th to 8th, the subjects mathematics and science. And right now I'm residing in Jaipur. So today I'll be giving small demo for rational numbers. That is chapter 1 of mathematics 8th. Okay, so here we go. See students, what are rational numbers? Okay, the first thing that we need to know is what are rational numbers, right? According to you, you know what are whole numbers, right? So whole numbers are the ones which comes from 0 to infinity, right? And your natural numbers are those which start from 1 to infinity, right? Now the third numbers that term you have understood are then the integers. Okay, integers are both, that is from negative to 0 and then negative from there to positive until infinity. Hope it's clear. Now the next term you learned was fraction. So what were fractions? Fractions were like something that can be expressed in the form of p by q, right? Now comes the term rational numbers. Rational numbers are nothing but are numbers which can be expressed in the form of p by q, where this q is not equal to 0. Okay, now rational numbers can be positive, can be negative, it can be like you say in the form of p by q, it can be in the form like only p where q is equal to 1. Okay, so for example your rational numbers can be in the form of decimal as well. Okay, so for example a positive rational number, let's say it is 5 upon 3, or we can say 5, simply 5, where your denominator 1 which is equal to q. In negative we can have 2 by 3 or minus 2, where the imaginary your denominator is 1. Fractions like 5 by 7, 2 by 3, 4 by 7, these are all rational numbers. In this we can have like say 2 by 3. What is the decimal of this? It is 0.86, correct? Now here the terms can be repetitive also, so we can also consider that as a rational number. Okay, so now there are some properties which we need to clarify for rational numbers. Okay, we all know there are 4 basic operations. The 4 basic operations we have are your plus, that is the addition, yes, our minus, that is the subtraction, the third is division, and the last one is multiplication, correct? So the first property we need to correct for rational numbers is the closure property. Fine. Now what does closure means? Closure basically means a number which is closed in the basic operations. For example, we have a simple let's say property like 2 plus 7, which is equal to 9, right? So this is basically closed. We have an addition which is it's under the closure one. Okay, so the first thing that comes is the addition for the closure property. Okay, the basic thing you know that when we add any two whole numbers, any two natural numbers, we get a natural number or the whole number as a product. For example, if we add 2 plus 0, we get the answer as 2. That is, adding two whole numbers, we get the answer as whole number, right? The thing is, like if we add two natural numbers, that is 1 plus 1, we get the answer as 2, which is again a product of a natural number. In short, the addition closure property says that if we add two rational numbers, the answer should be rational number, correct? That is, suppose we add a by b plus c by d, it should be equal to e by f. That means the resultant should be a rational number. Okay, that is, when we add two rational numbers, the product should be a rational number. For example, let's take over here 2 by 5 plus let's say 3 by 5, right? So here's the first rational number, this is the second rational number, and the resultant we get is 5 by 5, correct? So it's basically a rational number. One more example, if I take, let's say minus 5 by 4 plus 2 by 4. So here what you're going to do, the sign is greater than or 5, right? So we're going to subtract it and put the sign of minus. So it's going to be minus 5 plus 2. It's going to be minus 3 by 4, correct? Because right now we are taking the like terms, correct? So the answer is going to be a rational number, correct, if we are adding it, okay? Now the second thing, that is the subtraction. Fine. It says that when we subtract two rational numbers, the answer should be a rational number, correct? Okay, so this means that if we suppose for when we do a whole number, rational numbers, what we do, we used to do a minus b should be c. Okay, the c should be again a whole number if we are subtracting two whole numbers, and this c needs to be a natural number when we are subtracting two natural numbers. Fine. So for the subtraction of two rational numbers, the product has to be a rational number. Okay, suppose we take let's say 7 upon 2 minus 6 upon 2. So what we get? We get 1 upon 2. So it's a rational number. Fine, it's correct. So the closure property for subtraction is also true. Now we begin and we go to the third one, that is the multiplication. Okay, multiplication. It again means the fact that when you multiply a into b, the resultant c needs to be a whole number when you multiply two whole numbers, needs to be a natural number when you multiply two natural numbers, and it needs to be a rational number when we multiply two rational numbers. Okay, so for example, we take 4 by 8 into 5 by 10. So the answer is 20 by 80, correct? That means the multiplication is also true for this closure property in the case of rational numbers. Now comes the fourth one, that is the division. Okay. Now it says that when we divide numbers, that is a divided by b, the result should be c. Again for the whole numbers, for the natural numbers, and for the rational numbers. Okay. In this case, when we do it, it has to be like, suppose if we take a divided by b and c divided by d, the answer has to be e divided by f. Okay, so the answer needs to be a fraction. Here it should not be equal to 1. Okay, so what I was saying, that for division, if we take a two rational numbers like a divided by b divided by c divided by d, the product has to be a rational number. Okay, the product has to be again a rational number. Okay, where c divided by d is not equivalent to 0. Fine. So here we conclude the class today by stating that what are rational numbers? Rational numbers can be positive, negative, and basically they need to be in the form of p by q. Rational numbers can be a decimals also. So the first property that we discussed for rational numbers was the closure property. For closure property, the rational numbers, in addition, we get the resultant as a rational number. When we subtract two rational numbers, the product is a rational number. When we multiply two rational numbers, the product is a rational number. And when we divide two rational numbers, the productant is a rational number. Hope you guys understand this, and whenever we need any doubt, I'll be concluding with the commutative property in the next session. And if there's any doubt regarding this, you can contact me. I'll be sharing my contact details. You can call me via video call and anytime you're suitable. Thank you.